guys, it has been an amazing 4 years. I posted this morning. I hope that everybody comes back to find out what the 4 years is all about. I did make notes. I tend to squirrel a lot, okay? So, on this day in 2019, I became an independent Scentsy consultant. Um, so first I want to this is going to be like a few minutes. Let me just unpack it for you. Just stick with me, okay? So how it started. I ran into an old acquaintance at the Dollar General store in Piedmont. And if you know me, you know I'm an awkward introvert, and sparking up a conversation with somebody in a public place who may not even remember who I am kind of freaked me out a little bit, okay? But the cashier was taking forever. So I turned to Jamie, who is my Scentsy upline. She's my SSD. I turned to her. I was like, "Hey, do y'all still have the lemonade pitcher?" Okay, like I knew nothing about Scentsy. I knew I had seen that warmer. It was very cool. I didn't really have the money to get it, but I wanted it, even though I knew nothing about Scentsy. And that was like a topic that I could talk about with her, so that's what I said. I didn't want to be like, "Hey, do you remember me from blah blah blah?" Because I'm awkward, okay? Um, so that night, she sent me the info about that warmer, and I had thought no more about it. I went several days. She messaged me again about having a bag party, and I ignored her. Several days later, she messaged me again to let me know about a flash sale that Scentsy was having. And I ignored her. This sounds familiar to some of you. I left her on red again. So a couple of months went by, and then she messaged me again. She was telling me about a join special that Scentsy was having for like only $15. And this time I did message her back, and we went back and forth a little bit for a couple of hours. And the convo went something like this. Hey girl, I'm already doing Color Street and Mary and Martha. I don't know that I would have the time necessary to push it. Not to mention the people that I know already buy Scentsy from you. So I just don't think that's a good idea. 10 minutes later, I sent another message that was like, actually. So she answered my questions, and I told her that I needed to think on it a little. And I told her, I said, okay, if I try this and fail, you have been warned. So clearly there was little thinking on it involved, and like maybe a half an hour later I joined, and I didn't do the $15 kit. My thing has always been go big or go home. I did the $99 kit. Was it the perfect time for me to join? No. Did I have loads of free time to run a fragrance business? Also no. Let's be real. When I joined Scentsy, I was working a full-time job. I was attending Greenville Tech. I was volunteering a lot with my church. I was super involved. And I was a single mama of 4. I was living in a small, and when I say small, it was cramped, okay? I was living in a small, single wide. Floors were falling in one by one. The roof leaked at the top all the way around the edges, down the wall to the floor. I had power on only one wall out of 3 in the kitchen, so like we didn't use the kitchen. And the only way that I could really do it was I had got some of the waterproof Husky totes or toolboxes or whatever you want to call those. And that's what I kept my stuff in, to keep it from like not smelling like the nasty trailer, because you know, water and stuff, like it did not smell good, and to protect it. So that's how I did it. But did I feel good enough? No. And did I do it anyway? Yes. So that was how it started. I want to talk about how it's going. So when I started, I earned the Shooting Star Award for having $500 in sales, or PRV, within the first 15 days. I earned Sensational Start Levels 1, 2, and 3 within 70 days. I earned No, I promoted from essential to certified, to lead to star consultant, and I currently have 16 fantastic ladies that I get to work with and mentor. I was working a job that was killing me, but I'm not a quitter, and I had to take care of my kids and stuff. I did get married in the process of all of this, but it did make it a little easier to when all of this went down. But I was working a job that was killing me, and we rode out the majority of COVID, and it was hard. Like, we let people go, and um, yeah, it was hard. Uh, Sorry. So business was picking up, and my boss allowed me to hire a couple of ladies to come to work in the office. And turns out I could have two ladies come in, I could train them, and then he could pay them combined what he paid me. So he let me go one morning as I was getting ready to get in the car for my commute to work. He texted me and said that we needed to talk. Um, that was hard. It was a toxic environment, to say the least, and the thought of working for anyone else made me sick. Like, literally sick. But I did have Scentsy to fall back on, and I am so thankful for the opportunity that Scentsy has given me. Um, it has allowed me to stay home and take care of Ty and be there for my older kids and my grandkids when I'm needed. Um, so that was definitely a plus, that I already had started Scentsy and was able to just kind of go into it full time. It has allowed me to form some amazing friendships and with my team members and my customers. So thankful, and I keep saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so thankful for each and every person that has supported me for these last 4 years and allowed me to serve them these past 4 years. And I'm looking forward to the future that I can have with Scentsy and that my family can have with Scentsy. So, when you join direct sales, one of the very first things that they want you to do is to nail down your why. And that was just, I just always kind of looked at it like, everybody does it for the same reason, right? Like, no, not really. um, your why is like your motivation and your driving force behind your business or behind what you're doing. And to be honest, I've watched a lot of ladies with Scentsy and other companies too who have gotten emotional, and they might cry, and that's great. I just always felt guilty because they would be talking about how they could stay home with their kids, and they could do this with their, like, they could pay for lessons, and which that's part of it, but like, I never really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I'm just not the nurturing kind of person, you know what I'm saying? So that just really wasn't anything that I, was trying to do or look forward to. And so when I would think about my why, I just felt a little guilty because my why was honestly money. And I know, money is the root of all evil. But it's not money, really. I mean, it is, but it's more like the freedom that money can offer. And I'm just in love with the freedom that I can have for myself and for my family in making money and reaching these goals and doing these things with Scentsy. Um, I grew up in a household that, while my parents were amazing parents and gave me everything I needed and some things that I wanted, it was still very hard. And I heard a lot of no's, and that probably shaped me for the better in a way. But I don't want to always have to say no when I want to say yes. I want to be able to say yes on those moments that I wanted to say yes. Um, to be able to take the family out to eat, go shopping for clothes if they're needed more than just like once a year at school start times or whatever. To take trips, have experiences that otherwise we couldn't. And I just want to break that cycle. I want to go further and I want to do better. And I want to take my team to the top with me. I don't just do this for me and my family. I love what I do because I have the ability to help other people, mostly women, but there are guys too. But I have the ability to make a difference in their lives and help them find that same freedom with finances that I was looking for. And that's just what it all comes down to is I have big goals and I want to help my team and even others. You can ask. There are others who may not have an upline or a direct upline anymore that I've kind of taken in, and I love, love, love helping them. So that's basically it. So yeah, 4 years ago today, I started with Scentsy, and I would really love the opportunity, if that's something that you're thinking about, to come alongside you and to help you find your way and find your magic and do all the things that you want to do.